All right, gentlemen, 1 minute left.
1 minute left. After 3 minutes 2 seconds, the top drivers are Matt Hoyt, Kenny Crawford, and Noah Franco.
45
seconds
seconds left to go here.
$30 left. After 3 minutes 32 seconds, the top drivers are Matt Hoyt, Kenny Crawford, and Noah Franco. 15 seconds left.
All right,
Noah
cross
Franco
line, your
done.
race will be finished.
Matt Hoyt done.
And there we go.
All drivers are finished.
Matt with the win.
Kenny Crawford done. The race is completed.
All right, 13.5 short course out to the track. All right, we'll need some volunteer marshals for this one here. Just had a few cars in that novice race.
Vince Lim.
Just need some volunteer marshals out there.
SpongeBob. Tail whip. Lil Puddin.
All right, need one more marshal at the end. Oh, actually, we got it covered already. Cool, just get Andrew's car across the line. We can get this going.
Andrew Tuttle.
All right, Lambton to B, Vincent the 1, Mike 2, Alexander 3, Andy 4, and Andrew 5. All right, corners look ready, drivers look ready. Here we go. All right, here we go. Mike in the 1. Nice little pass on Vince there. Vince says no. Oh, you're going to go. Short course.
After 30 seconds, the top drivers are Tail Whip, Vince Lim, and Lil Puddin.
One down, 4 to go.
After 1 minute left, the top drivers are Lil Puddin, Vince Lim, and SpongeBob.
Alexander and Vince right here together. You also got SpongeBob and Mike hanging out. Man, that is the Vince corner of death there today.
After 1 minute 31 seconds, the top drivers are Lil Puddin, Vince Lim, and SpongeBob.
Mike in the 1, SpongeBob 2, Alexander 3, Vince Lim 4.
Three minutes left. After 2 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are Tail Whip, SpongeBob, and Lil Puddin'.
All right, 2:30-ish down, 2:30 to go.
After 2 minutes 32 seconds, the top drivers are Tail Whip, SpongeBob, and Lil Puddin'.
Man, Vince likes battling with Alexander so much, he wants to keep him from gaining any time anywhere.
2 minutes left. After 3 minutes 2 seconds, the top drivers are Tail Whip, SpongeBob, and Lil Puddin'.
Straight away. $1:30 left to go here.
After 3 minutes 33 seconds, the top drivers are SpongeBob, Tail Whip, and Lil Puddin'.
SpongeBob's long gone. Got 1 minute left.
1 minute left. After 4 minutes 3 seconds, the top drivers are SpongeBob, Lil Puddin', and Vince Lim. "45 seconds left.
I think the next one's going to be clean. The 6 times the charm.
"30 seconds left. After 4 minutes 33 seconds, the top drivers are SpongeBob, Lil Puddin', and Vince Lim.
All right, y'all. 20 seconds left here.
15 seconds left.
Three, two, one.
Vince Lim done. Andrew Tuttle done.
All right. And
Lil
that's
Puddin'
your
done.
race.
All drivers are
SpongeBob
finished.
with the win.
SpongeBob done. The race is completed.
$13.5 Wheeler. B2 out to the track.
Devin.
Does Alexander owe you money or something? Does Alexander owe you money or something?
Terry Brown.
I was like, again?
Chad Kramer.
Yeah. Yeah, at first I was confused, and I was annoyed for like 2 of them, and it just became humorous at some point. I was like, again? Nose to tail over and over. Yeah. Yeah. No, I did notice that his was taking a little bit longer to actually make it around the corners. All right, just waiting on a check from Leighton.
Leighton Lederer.
And we'll need some volunteer marshals. Yo. Can you call one? Can you call this one? Okay, never mind. All right. Leighton, Chad, Terry, Devon. All right, corners look ready. Drivers look ready. Here we go.
After 30 seconds, the top drivers are Leighton Lederer, Chad Kramer, and Terry Brown. After 1 minute left, the top drivers are Leighton Lederer, Chad Kramer, and Terry Brown. After 1 minute 30 seconds, the top drivers are Chad Kramer, Terry Brown, and Leighton Lederer.
I mean, we got Chad leading us around.
After 2 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are Chad Kramer, Terry Brown, and Leighton Lederer.
Chad, Terry, Leighton, and Devon. .230 left to go.
After 2 minutes 31 seconds, the top drivers are Chad Kramer, Terry Brown, and Leighton Lederer.
Let's see, closest battle. Leighton's 4 seconds back from Terry.
Two minutes left. After 3 minutes 2 seconds, the top drivers are Chad Kramer, Terry Brown, and Leighton Lederer.
All right, like 2 minutes left to go here.
After 3 minutes 32 seconds, the top drivers are Chad Kramer, Terry Brown, and Leighton Lederer.
All right, 120 left to go. Chad, Terry, Leighton, Devon, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Leighton right now 1 second back from Terry.
One minute left. After 4 minutes 3 seconds, the top drivers are Chad Kramer, Terry Brown, and Leighton Lederer.
45 seconds left to go.
45 seconds left.
Layton all over the back of Terry Brown here. Around the Chad pole they go. Over that first jump, over the second.
30 seconds
30
left.
seconds left to go. Layton looks
After 4
inside.
minutes 33 seconds, the top drivers are Chad
Couldn't
Kramer,
quite
Terry
capitalize
Brown, and
across the
Leighton Lederer.
line. 20 seconds left. Oh, nice pass. Gives it
15
back.
seconds left.
10 seconds. Layton and Terry will make a bye for one last lap here. All right, that's time. Race them to the line.
Leighton Lederer done. Chad Kramer done. Terry Brown done. All drivers are finished. Devin done.
All right, that is your race. Chad with the win.
The race is completed.
$13.5 Wheeler out to the track. Gonna need a volunteer or
Dan
two
Jefferson.
here.
Launch it.
Hopefully that's the last time today that we ask.
Tail whip. Ryan Johnson. Old guys rule. Fearless Wiener.
Let's get our corners out to the track and some volunteers. One of you guys want to grab that car? All right, just gonna need one more marshal at the end of the driver's stand. We can get this underway. One volunteer marshal at the end of the driver's stand. Thank you, sir. All right, laps to be Root, Walzik, Focht, Jeppesen, Johnson, Win. All right, 13.5 Wheeler. Y'all know the drill. Here we go. Whoa. All right, one lap in here. We got Root in the 1, Walzik 2, Foch 3, Jeppesen 4, Johnson, Win bringing it the back of the pack.
After 30 seconds, the top drivers are Launch It, Old Guys Rule, and Fearless Wiener.
Kenny Root looking good here, hoping to bring home 13.5 Wheeler and 17.5 stock.
After 1 minute left, the top drivers are Launch It, Old Guys Rule, and Fearless Wiener.
Man, I've known Kenny forever. We started racing novice back together back when we were like 8 or 10 years old or something. I don't know when it
After 1
happened,
minute,
but
31
at some
seconds,
point I
the
beat
top
Kenny in a
drivers are
race for the
Launch It,
last time
Old
ever,
Guys Rule,
and I don't think
and
I'm ever
Fearless
gonna
Wiener.
beat him again. Well, at least I can say I beat Kenny Root at one point in my life. All right, we got Walzik up in the 1, Kevin 2, Dan 3, Kenny 4.
3 minutes left. After 2 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are Old Guys Rule, Fearless Wiener, and Dan Jeppesen.
One, two, three, and four, all here together. Nose to tail. Walczak, Jeppesen, Focht, and Root.
After 2 minutes 32 seconds, the top drivers are Old Guys Rule, Dan Jeppesen, and Fearless Wiener.
Oh, Root capitalizes. Root up to the 3. Focht down to the 4. Oh, Root up to the 2 now. Man, Kenny's pulling Jedi mind tricks, saying move out of the way. The cars certainly do.
Left. After 3 minutes 2 seconds, the top drivers are Old Guys Rule, Launchit, and Dan Jeppesen.
Oh, man. Those were a sick last 3 laps. Wow. That was good driving there. Root up to the 1. Walczak 2, Jeppesen 3, Focht 4.
After 3 minutes
Walczak
32
gets
seconds,
it wrong. Gonna drop
the top
down to the
drivers
4.
are Launchit, Old Guys Rule, and Dan Jeppesen.
$1:15 left. One more
1
minute
left. After 4 minutes 3 seconds, the top drivers are Launchit, Dan Jeppesen, and Fearless Wiener. "45 seconds left.
Thirty seconds
30
left to
seconds
go,
left.
drivers.
After 4 minutes 33 seconds, the top drivers are Launchit, Dan Jeppesen, and Fearless Wiener. "15 seconds left.
Five seconds left. As long as Kenny doesn't lose a tire, he should have this one locked down. Oh my gosh,
Ryan
he might.
Johnson done.
Oh my gosh,
Old
Dan's up to
Guys
the
Rule
1
done.
actually. Kenny lost it there. Oh my god, to race it to the line.
Dan Jeppesen done. Launchit done.
I was
Tail whip
joking. Kenny
All
lost
drivers
it all
are
on the
finished.
last lap there.
Fearless Wiener
Dan
done.
takes the win. We'll have to see what that does to standings. I jinxed it. I'm sorry.
The race is
Our
completed.
default.
Mike Hudson. Matt Walls.
All right. Should have enough marshals. Just give these cars a few seconds to get all checked in here. Waiting on check from Austin, and we're giving SpongeBob a few minutes here. All right, are you gonna make this one, Andy?
SpongeBob.
Then who are we waiting on? I thought that was Andy. Are we waiting on Austin then? Oh, he's out? Oh, okay, cool. Well, let's get this lined up and get this started. Sorry about that. All right. Andy in the 2, Mike in the 3, Matt in the 4. We got corners, we got drivers. Here we go. Andy, Mike, Matt. Actually, looks like we got a Mike into Andy angle now.
After 30 seconds, the top drivers are Mike Hudson, SpongeBob, and Matt Walls. After 1 minute left, the top drivers are Mike Hudson, SpongeBob, and Matt Walls.
$115 down, 3:45 still left to go.
After 1 minute 31 seconds, the top drivers are Mike Hudson, Matt Walls, and SpongeBob.
All right, Matt and Andy battling it out here.
Three minutes left. After 2 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are Mike Hudson, Matt Walls, and SpongeBob.
$230 down, $230 left to go here.
After 2 minutes 31 seconds, the top drivers are Mike Hudson, Matt Walls, and SpongeBob.
All right, 2 minutes left.
After 3 minutes 2 seconds, the top drivers are Mike Hudson, Matt Walls, and SpongeBob.
Matt and Andy been playing lap attack for a while here. Andy been all to the back of Matt, trying to find a way around.
After 3 minutes 32 seconds, the top drivers are Mike Hudson, Matt Walls, and SpongeBob.
Down the straight, across the line they go. Near that AE banner. Oh, he's looking inside. Can't quite get it. Gonna give the spot right back. 1:05 left to go here.
1 minute left. After 4 minutes 2 seconds, the top drivers are Mike Hudson,
still looking
Matt
for an
Walls,
angle. He's
and
looking inside.
SpongeBob.
He's looking inside again. Oh, he didn't see it. Oh, it must have been a flip over. Matt goes down to the 3, Andy to the 2.
45 seconds left.
Thirty seconds
30
left
seconds
to go.
After 4 minutes 32 seconds, the top drivers are Mike Hudson, SpongeBob, and Matt Walls.
15 seconds to
15
go,
seconds
drivers.
left.
Five seconds.
Matt Walls done.
All right, race him to the line. Matt, you got caught.
Mike Hudson done.
And that's your race.
All drivers are
Mike
finished.
Hudson with the win.
SpongeBob
Andy
done.
triumphantly winning in the Matt battle.
The race is completed.
Almost done, baby.
Terry Brown, Yoder, Andrew Tuttle, Seth Rhodes, Track Daddy, Jeremy Smedley.
All right, let's get corners out to the track. Just need a volunteer or two. Let's get some volunteer marshals out there. Let's see, you need someone at the start of the straightaway still. Or any all cornering here? Anybody cornering here? All right. And I'll need another corner up here next to me. All right, just one volunteer marshal up here next to me, and we can get this one going. Oh, you got it? Thank you, sir. All right, get Kenny's car across the line real quick. Get that thing checked in.
Kenny Crawford.
The lineup's going to be Terry, Seth, Eric, Andrew, Matt, Kenny, and Jeremy. All right, on the sound of the tone.
After 30 seconds, the top drivers are Terry Brown, Seth Rhodes, and Andrew Tuttle.
All right, and we're off here. Terry, Seth, Andrew, Matt, Jeremy, Eric, and Kenny.
After 1 minute, 4 minutes left. The top drivers are Terry Brown, Andrew Tuttle, and Yoder. After 1 minute 30 seconds, the top drivers are Terry Brown, Andrew Tuttle, and Seth Rhodes.
All right, 2 down and 3 to go.
After 3 minutes left, the top drivers are Terry Brown, Seth Rhodes, and Andrew Tuttle.
I mean, Terry's continuing to lead us around. Another 21-5 dominant run here. Seth in 2, Andrew, Eric, Matt,
minutes,
Jeremy, and
seconds,
Kenny rounding out our top
drivers are
7.
Terry Brown, Seth Rhodes, and Andrew Tuttle. Two minutes After left. 3 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are Terry Brown, Seth Rhodes, and Track Daddy.
A minute 45 to go here. Terry, Seth, Eric, Matt, Andrew, Jeremy, and Kenny. Minute and a half still left to go, drivers. Minute and a half to go.
The top drivers are Terry Brown, Seth Rhodes, and Track Daddy. One minute left. After 4 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are Terry Brown, Seth Rhodes, and Track Daddy.
"45 seconds, drivers."
45 seconds left. "30 seconds left. After 4 minutes 31 seconds, the top drivers are Terry Brown, Seth Rhodes, and Track Daddy. "15 seconds left.
All right, 3 seconds left, drivers.
Yoder done. Seth Rhodes done. Andrew Tuttle done. Terry Brown done. Kenny Crawford done. Track Daddy done.
All right, and that
All
is your
drivers
race.
Are finished. Jeremy Smedley done.
Terry Brown with the
race
1,
is
Seth
completed.
2, Eric 3. All right, 13-5 stadium truck out to the track. Yeah, don't worry, I got you.
Dan Jeppesen. Old Guys Rule. Vince Lim. Zach Marcinkiewicz. CJ Bandito. Tail Whip. Woody Arthur.
All right. We'll get Kenny's car across the line here, then we'll line him up.
Kenny Crawford.
All right, laps to be Mike, Daniel, Eric, Vince, CJ, Zach, Woody, and Kenny. All right, corners look ready, drivers look ready. On sound of the tone. Oh, helping the sweeper, helping the sweeper, helping the sweeper. All right, last time around was Mike,
30
Dan,
seconds,
Eric,
the
and
top
Vince
drivers
were
are
your
Dan
top
Jefferson,
four.
Old Guys Rule.
So far in
and
this
Vince
race,
Lim.
we got Dan, Eric, Vince, CJ, Zach, Woody, Kenny, and Mike is your early running order.
After 1 minute left, the top drivers are Dan Jefferson, Old Guys Rule, and Vince Lim.
Dan the man leading us around. Walzik not far back.
After 1 minute 31 seconds, the top drivers are Dan Jefferson, Old Guys Rule, and Vince Lim.
All right, Dan gonna fall back to the 3 there. Puts Eric up at the 1, Vince in the 2.
Three minutes left. After 2 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are Old Guys Rule, Vince Lim, and Dan Jefferson.
.230 down, 230 still left to go here. Walzik's got a little bit of a lead
After
here,
2
2.5
minutes,
seconds to be exact.
The top drivers are Old Guys Rule, Vince Lim, and Dan Jefferson.
Three down, 2 to go.
2 minutes left. After 3 minutes 2 seconds, the top drivers are Old Guys Rule, Vince Lim, and Dan Jefferson. After 3 minutes 32 seconds, the top drivers are Old Guys Rule, Vince Lim, and Dan Jefferson.
$1:15 left. Oh man, courtside interview. Alexander, what do you think about this race so
1 minute
far?
left. After 4 minutes,
I don't know.
3
I think my
seconds,
money's
the
on
top
Mike
drivers
still.
are Old Guys Rule, Vince Lim,
I
and
really
Dan
shouldn't have held the
Jefferson.
mic. That means Aiden's running away. All right, we got 50 seconds on the clock. Eric on the 1, Vince in the 2, Dan in the 3. I can't really see the
45
track from where
seconds
I'm
left.
standing, but I do have the mic, so I'll keep talking. Caution by Karen. He's broken at Karen, Pull that car, pull the car.
30 seconds left.
Welcome back, Aiden. Everyone
After
missed
4
you in
minutes,
your
33
wonderful
seconds,
commentary.
The top drivers are Old Guys Rule,
Eric's still
Vince
leading us
Lim,
around.
and
Vince in
Dan
that 2
Jefferson.
spot, Dan in the 3. They are somewhere on the track right now. Looks like they are
15
separated
seconds
by
left.
about 7 seconds-ish. Got 5 seconds on the clock. Looks like Eric's gonna get one more. Back to you, Aiden.
Woody Arthur done. Vince Lim done. Dan Jefferson done. Tail Whip done. CJ Bandito done.
All right, here we go. Just waiting on a
Old
few
Guys Rule
more.
done.
Here comes Zach,
All
and
drivers
that's
are
your
finished.
race.
Zach Marcinkiewicz done. The race is completed.
All right, time for some stock buggy C-Main.
Devon. Josh Huber. Robert Herrick. Don Chambliss. Dion Smith. Jeremy Smedley. Woody Arthur.
All right, let's get our corners out to the track. Get this one going. 4 races left. Let's see, waiting on a check from Clint and Charles. I can get this going. Clint and Charles. Both gone? Nice. All right. Devon in the 2, Dion in the 4, Woody in the 5, Don in the 6, Jeremy in the 7, Josh in the 8, and Robert in the 9. All right. Corners look ready. Drivers look ready. Here we go. He's not here. 1 and 3 aren't here. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. Stock buggy, C-Main.
30 seconds,
Devon's our
the top
early leader right
drivers are
here.
Devon,
Looks like we
Dion
got
Smith,
Dion in
and Don
tow.
Chambliss.
Don not far back as well.
After 1 minute,
4 minutes left.
The top drivers are Dion Smith, Don Chambliss, and Devon.
All right. Me and Dion still holding strong. Dawn 2.5 seconds back right there. 130 down.
After 1
330
minute
left
30
to go.
seconds, the top drivers are Dion Smith, Don Chambliss, and Devon.
Two down,
3
three to
minutes
go.
left. The top drivers are Dion Smith, Don Chambliss, and Devon.
All right, no traffic between Dion and Dawn now. 2 seconds between them. All right, y'all, 230 down, 230 still left to go here.
After 2 minutes 30 seconds, the top drivers are Dion Smith, Don Chambliss, and Devon. Two minutes After
left.
3 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are Dion Smith, Don Chambliss, and Devon.
Man. A minute 45 to go here. This 17.5 C main. Dawn still sitting 2 seconds back. No, actually jumping up to 7 seconds there.
After 3 minutes 31 seconds, the top drivers are Dion Smith, Don Chambliss, and Devon.
All right, one final minute
1
left
minute
to go
left.
here, drivers.
After 4 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are Dion Smith, Don Chambliss, and Devon. "45 seconds left.
No.
30 seconds left. After 4 minutes 32 seconds, the top drivers are Dion Smith, Don Chambliss, and Devon.
20 seconds left to go. Hello, hello.
15 seconds
Test,
left.
test. Okay. All right, 10 seconds left. All right, that's time. Racing to the
Don
line.
Chambliss done. Dion Smith done. Robert Herrick done. Woody Arthur done. Devon done. Josh Huber done.
All right, and there we go.
All drivers are finished. Jeremy Smedley done. The race is completed.
Dion with the win. Dawn 2, Woody 3. All right, 3 races left. Let's get our corners back out there.
Ryan Johnson. Brian Campbell. Michael Jones. David Minner. Leighton Lederer. Eric Rosen, Vince Lim, Zach Marcinkiewicz,
Yeah. It's very hard to call these. You're just waiting for someone to hit someone else or flip over. All right, got checks on everyone. Let's get it lined up. Ryan in the 1, David in the 2, Vince in the 3, Brian in the 4, Leighton in the 5, Eric in the 6, Zach in the 7, and Michael in the 8. All right, here we go on the sound of the tone.
After 30 seconds, the top drivers are Ryan Johnson, David Minner, and Vince Lim.
All right, here we go here. Ryan in the 1, David 2, Vince 3, Brian 4, Zach 5. Ryan, David,
After 1 more
Vince,
minutes
1,
left,
2,
top
and
drivers
3.
are Ryan Johnson, Vince Lim, and David Minner. After 1 minute 30 seconds, the top drivers are Ryan Johnson, Vince Lim, and Brian Campbell.
$145 down, $315 left to go.
After 2 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are Ryan Johnson, Vince Lim, and Brian Campbell.
All right, we are halfway
After 2
there.
minutes 31 seconds, the top drivers are Ryan Johnson, Vince Lim, and Brian Campbell.
All right, Ryan and Vince battling it out here. 0.3 of a second separate those two cars. Over the second double they go through the mid jump. Gonna start working their way through lap traffic here. Oh, Vince looking inside. Can't quite capitalize. Ryan's gonna hold on to that top spot still. Ryan in the 1, Vince in the 2.
2 minutes left. After 3 minutes 2 seconds, the top drivers are Ryan Johnson, Vince Lim, and Brian Campbell.
1 minute and 50 seconds left to go here. Ryan's got that long to keep Vince behind him. Vince is that long to make a pass happen. Oh, Ryan gonna gank the pipe there. Oh, maybe get it going. There we go. Let's see how far back he is from Vince now. 3.5 seconds. He's got Brian Campbell in the middle as well.
After 3 minutes 32 seconds, the top drivers are Vince Lim, Brian Campbell, and Ryan Johnson.
$345 down, $115 still left to go, drivers.
1 minute left. After 4 minutes 3 seconds, the top drivers are Vince Lim, Brian Campbell, and Ryan Johnson.
Vince still holding strong. We got 45 seconds left to go here.
45
Battle on the
seconds
track
left.
is for that second spot between Brian and Ryan.
Thirty
30 seconds left, drivers.
After 4 minutes 33 seconds, the top drivers are Vince Lim, Brian Campbell, and Ryan Johnson. "15 seconds left.
All right, 3 seconds left.
David Minner done. Zach Marcinkiewicz done. Vince Lim done. Leighton Lederer done. Brian Campbell done. Ryan Johnson done. Michael Jones done.
And that's the
All
race.
drivers are finished.
Vince Lim with the 1,
Eric
Brian
Rosen
2,
done.
and Ryan 3.
The race is completed.
All right. 17.5, A-Main out to the track.
Fearless Wiener. Lil Putton. Launch It. Chad Kramer. Terry Brown. Dan Jefferson. Old Guys Rule. Tail Whip.
All right, checks on everyone. Just going to need another marshal at the start of the straightaway. Oh, close out straightaway for speed. All right, close on straightaway for speed. A lamp's going to be Kenny Root, your TQ in the 1, Dan in the 2, Eric 3, Mike 4, Terry 5, Kevin 6, Chad 7, and Alexander 8. Kenny, Daniel, Eric, Mike, Terry, Kevin, Chad, Alexander. All right. Here we go, guys, on the sound of the tone. Alrighty. Here we go. Kenny Root leading us around. Daniel Jefferson in tow. There's
After
Walzik.
30
There
seconds,
is Mike.
the top
1, 2,
drivers are
3, and
Launch It,
4
Dan
as they
Jefferson,
qualified.
and
How
Old
they're
Guys
running
Rule.
it. Your leader going across the line right there. See a 12.9 out of Kenny Root. Not a bad start to a 17.5 race at all. Next fastest laps, 13.1 out of Mike. Fast laps don't matter here when we are racing, though. There goes Root across the line once more. He's got a 1.5 seconds over Dan, trying to
4
grow
minutes
his
left.
lead
The
early
top
and keep
drivers are
it
Launch
strong.
Dan Jefferson, and Old Guys Rule.
Let's see. I see Kenny, Dan, Mike, Kevin, Alexander, Terry, and Chad is our running order. Kenny Roots extended his lead to 2 seconds over Dan. Dan's got about 2 seconds over Eric.
After 1 minute 31 seconds, the top drivers are Launch It, Dan Jefferson, and Old Guys Rule.
Oh man, Mr. PDX RC Underground getting it wrong there. Also known as the Big RC if you want to go way back. 2 down and 3 to go. Kenny Root still
3
holding
minutes
strong.
left. After 2
Daniel
minutes, 1
Jefferson in
second.
tow.
The top drivers are Longit, Dan Jefferson, and Old Guys Rule.
Oh, that it is? 2:15 down, 2:45 left to go. Two and a half minutes left.
After 2 minutes 31 seconds, the top drivers are Longit, Dan Jefferson, and Old Guys Rule.
Hey, whoever's in that yellow and pink car, you have the leader coming up on you. He's like way faster than you, so just give him some room, please. All right. Kenny Root just working his way through some lap traffic there. Let's see, Daniel
2
right now
minutes
3
left.
seconds
After
back
3
from
minutes, 2
Kenny.
seconds, the top drivers are Longit, Dan Jefferson, and Old Guys Rule.
$145 left to go. $145 left.
After 3 minutes 32 seconds, the top drivers are Longit, Dan Jefferson, and Old Guys Rule.
Kenny out in the 1, Dan 2, Eric 3, Mike 4, Alexander 5, Kevin 6, and Terry 7.
One minute left. After 4 minutes 2 seconds, the top drivers are Longit, Dan Jefferson, and Old Guys Rule.
45 seconds left to go.
45 seconds left. "30 seconds left. After 4 minutes 32 seconds, the top drivers are Longit, Dan Jefferson, and Old Guys Rule.
20 seconds left to go here.
15 seconds left.
Five seconds.
Terry Brown done. Old Guys Rule done. Launch it done. Tail whip done. All drivers are finished.
And that's your race.
Dan Jefferson done. Lil Puttin done.
Kenny Root
The race is
with the
completed.
win. All right, and we have made it last race of the day. 2Mod out to the track with a mystery driver joining the fray. Who is that?
Mike Hudson. Roger Same. Fearless Wiener. Austin Hudson. SpongeBob.
Corner.
Matt Walls.
All right. We're just waiting on a check from CJ. Oh, transponder again? Hey, it's no big deal. Close straightaway for speed. All right, CJ, just run that car over the line. We'll get them all lined up.
CJ Bandito.
Awesome. Roger in the 1, Austin 2, CJ 3, Andy 4, Mike 5, Matt 6, and mystery car in the back. All right, corners ready, drivers ready. On the sound of the tone. All right, last race of the day. Been a long day, some RC car racing. And we're ending with the fast guys. Let's see what they can get done here. Roger Syme, your TQ, did not have the greatest start to that last race. Looks like this one's going just a little bit better as he leads us around going into lap 2. Roger and Austin have gotten quite a bit of breathing room. So far, they've just been driving their lines, and that's good enough to get them 2 seconds over the rest of the pack. Not a bad place to be. We find CJ in the 3, Andy in the 4, Mike in the 5, Matt in the 6, and Kevin in the 7.
After 1 minute, 4 minutes left. The top drivers are Roger Syme, Austin Hudson, and SpongeBob.
Roger and Austin, the battle on the track. Austin all over the back of Roger here. Man, I've needed some modified battling in my day today. Been thoroughly lacking on it.
After 1 minute 30 seconds.
3:30 left to go here.
Syme, Austin Hudson, and SpongeBob.
Austin all over the back of Roger. You guys are the fast guys. You know what's going on. If Roger or Austin come up on you, please, please, please give them some room. They are running real hot right now. There we go. Make their way through a little bit of lap traffic there. Also still over the back of Roger. Last time around was 4/10 of a second. We'll see the separation right here. Basically maintaining itself. Oh, Austin's going to get it wrong. We'll see exactly how much time that cost him. There we go. Over the line. Let's see here. Down 3.5 seconds from Syme. He's got some time to make up, but he's got 2.5 minutes to do it. He's still got half the race left.
After 2 minutes 31 seconds, the top drivers are Roger Syme, Austin Hudson, and Mike Hudson.
I'll keep an eye on lap times here. There's your leader, Syme, across the line. 13.3 out of him. Here comes second, Austin. 13.1. Gonna gain a little bit of time. Man, I can't tell which car looks better out there right now. Roger and Austin are both just flying.
2 minutes left. After 3 minutes 1 second.
Last time around, 13.2 out of Roger, 13.4 out of Austin.
Hudson,
they basically maintained their distance. 13.1 out of Roger. 12.9 out of Austin. New fast lap of the race. He is turning up the heat just a little bit here. Once again, that blue and red car is in the 1. That all green car with the white tires is in the 2. Over the line they go right there. Roger Syme, 13.2 out of him. Here comes Austin once again, 13.2 out of him. 3 seconds is the separation. There's a minute and a half left to go here. Roger's going to be coming up on lap traffic before Austin will. We'll see how much time that costs him because it's going to be a non-zero amount. 1:20 left, 1:20 left. Roger Syme, Austin Hudson, the battle of the race. 13.3 out of your leader. Here comes Austin, 13.1. Nice fast lap there. Roger narrowly avoids some lap traffic, as does Austin. All right, it's official. We're down to one final minute left.
After 4 minutes 2 seconds.
13.5 out of Roger, 13.3 out of Austin. 2.4 seconds is the separation. Austin slowly working his way down. Oh, no. Austin going to land on his lid. Not that bad of a crash, though.
45
seconds left to go. Roger is trying his hardest to keep it clean. Austin's up there blowing air into Roger's eyes, trying to make him blink or something. He's praying anything at this point. 30 seconds
30
left to
seconds
go,
left.
drivers. 30 seconds left
After
to go.
4 minutes,
Holy
32
crap, is that
seconds.
right? Austin
The
ran a
top drivers are
12.5
Roger
last
Sane,
time
Austin
around.
Hudson, and
That
Mike
is the
Hudson.
fastest lap I've seen today by a wide margin. It's at least 2 or 3 tenths faster. Whoa. That was
15
going to be the
seconds
second
left.
fastest lap. That's okay. All right, 6 seconds, 5 seconds, 3 seconds.
Austin Hudson
Austin,
done.
you got caught, and Roger gets his half of a
SpongeBob
victory
done.
lap. There we go.
Fearless
Once the
leader
blue and
done.
red car crosses the
Mike Hudson
line,
done.
Roger side,
Roger
take
Sane
it
done.
down. A2 a modified.
All drivers are finished.
We'll see what happens
Matt
with
Walls done.
tiebreakers.
CJ Bandito done. The race
All
is
right.
completed.
Well, thank you guys for stopping by. I'm going to be getting out of here myself. Going to leave it to my dad to take over and do the rest of this stuff. That was a great race to end it on.
Thank you, Aiden.
Yeah, thank you, Terry.
All right, so let's go ahead and get these people out here in front of the driver's stand. 17.5. Let me pull it up here. Get this done and we can all get out of here. $13.5 four-wheel buggy will be Kenny, Daniel, and me. Short course is Vince, Andy, and Alexander. Stadium truck, Eric, Mike, Vince. 21.5, Terry, Seth, Eric. And then 17.5 is going to be Kenny, Daniel, and Terry. So let's get the pictures done, and we'll shut it down. Thank you for coming, everybody. We'll see everybody next week at RC Plus. So come on up here. Let's get the podiums done.